They presented the search warrant, which said they were there to search and locate a potato launcher. A potato launcher that my husband had purchased online 5 years ago. They claimed the potato launcher was code for silencer. And so the search warrant allowed them into the house to look for any potato launcher parts.
Did they find any?
No, we told them this was 5 years ago. We threw it away. However, the raid was conducted by the Maryland State Police. It was a state warrant, but there were 2 officials with them from the Homeland Security Department. The first thing the Homeland Security official says to me, "Are you the same Audrey Hudson who wrote all of the air marshal stories for the Washington Times?" I said, "Yes, I was." He identified himself as a former air marshal official.
That former air marshal was Miguel Bosch. Today, Bosch is a special agent for the Coast Guard Investigative Services. Through a DHS spokesperson, Bosch declined For the Record's request for an interview or statement.
There's an awful lot of suspicious activity if you were going to have a federal authority there. You know, they picked somebody who would send the biggest chilling effect and not somebody who would be neutral and detached and separated from the situation.
John Malcolm is the director of the Center for Legal and Justice Studies at the Heritage Foundation.
Mr. Bosch asked Audrey Hudson, although they have to have known this ahead of time, whether she's the same Audrey Hudson who had written several critical articles of the Federal Air Marshal Services. Not just critical, but actually accusing Federal Air Marshal personnel of committing crimes by lying to Congress.
While the warrant permitted the police to confiscate firearms and related materials, the federal agents zeroed in on Hudson's personal communications and reporters' notes that she kept upstairs in her home.
I didn't know. They wouldn't let me out of the kitchen. I didn't know what they were doing.
Although they were looking for guns and ammunition and correspondence related to that, that they spent the bulk of their time in her private office.
They had pulled out literally every box of file that's in my closet, and they were still in the middle of the floor. They had pulled every file out and gone through everything. They took 5 files that had documentation I used in reporting on the Federal Air Marshal Service. They didn't touch any other file. And there are, as you can see, boxes and boxes of files. The only thing they were interested in were those 5 Air Marshal files.